Good morning everyone. Let's start with the last part, that is your rehabilitation of rotator cuff tear. This is again your shoulder complex. This is how the tear will look. Coming down to rehabilitation. Phase 1, 0 to 4 week. Restriction is going to be avoid provocative maneuver. That is going to, which are the maneuvers which are going to increase your symptoms of the patient. Like range of motion and strengthening exercises. Avoid which are going to provide the pain. Begin in phase 1, begin range of motion and strengthening exercises with arm less than 90 degrees of abduction. It is not that, it is than, less than. Avoid abduction, rotation maneuver together, abduction and rotation, which is going to hamper the healing of the tone muscle. Avoid empty can, again it's going to stretch the tone muscle. Immobilization, brief sling immobilization for comfort only. Pain control, medications and therapeutic modalities like NSAID, subacromial injection of corticosteroid, therapeutic modalities like eyes, ultrasound, high voltage pulse galvanic current and Hartmann's pack if necessary to be given. Hartmann's pack is usually avoided because we are talking about the tear of the muscle, not the impingement. If needed for trapezius, it can be given in order to avoid the overactivity. Coming down to shoulder motion. External rotation and internal rotation equal to contralateral side should be attained in phase 1 with arm in 90-degree abduction. Exercises begin with Codman pendular exercises to gain early motion, passive range of motion for flexion, extension and rotations in both direction, capsular stretching for anterior, posterior and inferior capsule. Avoid assisted motion exercise for flexion, extension and rotation. Progressive to active range of motion, that is your wall walking. From passive progress to the active assisted and then to active, that is your wall walking. Coming down to the elbow motion and muscle strengthening in phase 1. Elbow motion, passive to active motion as tolerated by the patient, that is your 130 degree, 0 to 130 degree of elbow flexion, pronation, supination as tolerated. In muscle strengthening, grip strengthening is started from phase 1. Use of the arm for activities of daily living below the shoulder level, not above the shoulder level, which is done in phase 1. Phase 2, 4 to 8 weeks. Criteria is minimal pain and tenderness, improvement of passive range of motion, return to functional range of motion. Goals here in 4 to 8 weeks, that is your phase 2, is improve shoulder complex strength, power and endurance. So main thing will be your muscle strengthening. Restriction in phase 2 is avoid provocative manner, which include range of motion and strengthening exercise both. Immobilization is none in phase 2. Pain control in phase 2 is going to be your reduction of pain by same medication and the modalities. Motion should be equal to contralateral shoulder in all the planes, whereas in phase 1 the motion was only IR and ER equal to the contralateral side with the arm in 90 degree of abduction. Begin with Codman, come to the passive in flexion, extension and rotation, after which capsular stretching is performed in all three directions. Avoid assisted motion for flexion, extension and rotation and progress directly to the active range of motion, that is your wall walking. In phase 2, the motion is going to be equal to the contralateral arm, that is in all the plane. Exercises should be performed as passive, capsular stretch, active assisted and active range of motion. Muscle strengthening for 3 weeks, 8 to 12 repetitions for 3 sets, which is common for these exercises. Strengthening of the remaining muscle of the rotator cuff. Begin with closed chain isometric, that is for internal and external rotators and abductors. Progress to open chain isometric with TheraBand. Exercises using TheraBand is performed with elbow flexion to 90 degree. Exercises after which exercises is done in 45 degree arc in 5 plane of shoulder. Progression of next color is usually done in 2 to 3 week interval. TheraBand permit concentric and eccentric strengthening of the shoulder muscle and are a form of isotonic exercise. Please remember this is common for every protocol. Progress to light isotonic dumbbell exercise after the TheraBand. Definitely do not start it before the TheraBand. Strengthening of deltoid, as you can see in many more protocols of the shoulder, strengthening of deltoid is not started initially. It is sticking only to the rotator cuff. There comes after the deltoid, after isotonic dumbbell. After which comes your scapula stabilizers by your closed chain, scapular retraction, protraction, depression and shrugs. After which followed by your open chain scapula stabilizers by your strengthening protocol. Coming down to the phase 3. Criteria is full and painless range of motion, no pain or tenderness with strengthening exercises. Goals is improve neuromuscular function, control, shoulder proprioception, prepare to gradual return to functional activity, and home exercise program which is performed for thrice per week for both stretching and strengthening. Functional strengthening, plyometrics, progressive systemic interval program for returning to sports which is specific for that particular player, like throwing, tennis player, golfers. The last point in functional strengthening is maximal improvement is expected by 4 to 6 months. Warning signals are loss of motion, especially internal rotation, lack of strength, especially abduction, forward elevation, that is your flexion, continued pain, especially at night. Treatment for these are, these patients may need to move back to the earlier routine, increased usage of pain control for medication or modality, and may require surgical intervention. Thank you. We'll meet you all in the next video.